Hey, this is Dr. J. I want to come to you to teach you how to make a vibroacoustic therapy chair. I really value the research that's being done with vibration and sound and how it's helping heal, take care of, improve certain conditions, particularly the research that's being done up in the University of Toronto up in Canada. So I wanted to buy a vibroacoustic table or chair. And I quickly came to find that they cost at a minimum of $6,500, and they can go up as high as $65,000 or $100,000 for these vibroacoustic therapy chairs or tables. So I put all the information about what the vibroacoustic therapy chair does into ChatGPT. I asked it to reverse engineer the chair, give me a parts list and a schematic. And that, the final part of that was building this vibroacoustic therapy chair, which we've now used for over a month, and it works great. I wanted to wait to make this video so that other people, open source, can build this chair just the same way I did. It really only requires two tools, a pair of pliers and a wire stripper, and that's it. So the parts list that the ChatGPT gave me and the schematics are right here. So as you can see, the parts are not too extensive. I got an iPad kiosk to put my iPad on. That's what the iPad is, to play the music that gets fed into the chair, and the bass shakers, which create the vibration. A good pair of headphones. I already had a noise canceling Bose headphones, but you can get a good set of headphones to use with it. The Human Touch PC 420 chair. It's $2,500 brand new. You can get it on Facebook Marketplace. I bought mine for $500. It was barely used. They had it on. They were listing it for $1,500. There were others for $300, for $400, and they agreed to sell me theirs, basically brand new, for $500. I'm using 4 Dayton BST1 tactile transducers. That's just another name. That's these right here. That's just another name for a bass shaker. And these came in a set with this 200-watt bass shaker bridgeable stereo amplifier with remote. And this, I highly recommend this setup. You can get it online. So the other parts I chose the Sony SRT DH190 receiver. That has a Bluetooth, so my iPad can Bluetooth the music to the Sony, and it can go out from the Sony into the bass shakers and into the headphone. I found out that you also need a headphone amplifier. You're going to need it. It's very inexpensive, like $20 or $30 from, I got the Hi-Fi headphone amplifier. It's from Amazon, also very inexpensive. I'm going to show it to you when I move over to the other side. From Best Buy, I've got 12-foot audio extension kit with a 3.5 millimeter and a 1/4 inch adapters. That's just so that coming out of the amplifier, it makes the correct connection to your headphones if you have a smaller headphone jack on your headphones. I don't recommend that you use the headphones wirelessly because there's a lag, so direct connect them. I needed an RCA to female 3.5 millimeter cord, 2 RCA to bare wire cords. One's going to be on the right side coming out of your amplifier, and one's to the left. So that's where these cords are coming out. You need about, I bought 100 foot of speaker wire. You really only need probably 25 feet, but I would be safe and get 25. Make sure it's 16 AWG or 16 gauge. That is able to send the message better. And then Velcro fastening cable straps. That's actually right over here. So this Velcro comes with this metal clips, and you can make straps out of it to strap it to the table. I'll explain that in a minute. And this is just that 16 gauge speaker wire, which ended up working great. Some other things, if you're using it in the office, you might want, I got these headphone covers, so you don't keep cleaning the headphones if you're letting other people use it. These are very inexpensive, like 5 cents each on Amazon. This is basically what I got. There are 4 of these bass shakers that are in the chair, the amplifier, and the Sony receiver. And this is really the heart of it. So this is the stereo receiver, and this is the amplifier. So my music gets Bluetooth into this stereo receiver, and then it comes out of the speakers right and left. So this is those RCA to bare wire. It goes right into, from the receiver, goes into the amplifier, right and left. This particular amplifier is called bridgeable. You can have right and left. I chose to have top and bottom. So 2 of my bass shakers are in this chair, which I'm going to show you. That go to the top, and then the other 2 go to the seat of the chair and the foot of the chair. So those wires go back, all the way back to my bass shakers. I ended up getting this Wi-Fi stereo or headphone amplifier. It's got a high and low for the amplifier, and it comes into the amplifier from the stereo. So that's where this RCA to negative. Then you plug in your headphone jack. The wire goes into the amplifier, and then it comes out, and this wire just goes directly to the headphones. It's really a very simple setup. It's called bridging. So again, right and left stereo output. This is speaker output. Goes into the amplifier, right and left and right. Then it comes out, right and left, black and red, black and red, comes out to each of the bass shakers. So this is what it looks like. So what I just showed you. So coming out of the amplifier, negative and positive, we run a wire, our 16 gauge wire, to the left and right of one of our bass shakers. Then we put another wire to the second one. These are our 4 bass shakers. It's really very simple. Amp out on the right to two bass shakers, amp out to the left to 2 bass shakers. And this is what it'll look like. So I really like this particular human touch chair because when you take the top off of it, you're still left, there's still this part underneath that's you can attach your bass shakers to. So I just put a piece of memory foam on top so you can't feel it there. So this is the bass shaker. It just lays there. Remember, it comes out of the amplifier, right and left. This goes back up. There's another bass shaker behind it, just like the diagram shows you. Just put it upside down so that it makes it so you can't feel it. And then this, the memory foam makes so that when you put your padding on it, you can't feel it at all. This is how the bass shaker gets attached. Remember that Velcro? So we made a strap. I put 2 holes into the fabric of the bottom of the chair. The bass shaker, so that, remember, coming from the amplifier, right and left. There's 2 wires in there because these other 2 wires go to the bass shaker that's in the foot of the chair. So this is how the wiring looks. So amplifier into the bass shaker. Another set of wires comes out, goes into the second bass shaker. I put this one in the foot of the chair so that it gets the bottom of the legs and feet. And then this one, we just attach to our chair. Nice and easy. Make sure it's nice and snug. And now, when I we'll hide the wires underneath. And then you just fold the padding of the chair down. There's Velcro in the foot. So we attach the Velcro. And now all those bass shakers are hidden. I'm going to have you come around this side. My advice is for the top bass shaker, the one that hits you in the shoulders, don't put that on the inside. Keep that one on the outside. And again, I just attached it with another one of those Velcro fasteners. I put up a hole in the back of the chair, just a short little half-inch hole. Slid the Velcro through there, and I attached it to the back. But when you sit in the chair, you're right up against the bass shaker. So this works. This is the one that works perfectly. A lot of the wires, as they come around from the amp, I just secured them also to the chair with the same Velcro fasteners. From the amp, one goes to the head and to the bottom of the back. The second set go right where you saw them to the bottom of the legs and the feet. So that's basically the setup and how easy it is to do. So I'm going to go around the other side and show you. Not all chairs come with this side thing. It's not necessary. The one I bought just happened to have it. Don't go buy it. But the amplifier has an on-off and a power switch. It's a remote, but it's a wired remote. So I just put that next to the chair. I can increase and decrease the amplitude of the vibration with this. And then the headphones, when we put these on, I'll show you that the headphone amplifier has a volume on it that you can easily just change the volume of the music you're hearing. So I'm going to turn this around. And I'll show you. This is what it looks like when all the wires are hidden. This is that remote that's on the other side of the chair. You can increase or decrease the volume coming out of the amplifier till it matches the chair properly. You can change the balance again from the feet to the head, which is the way we set it up in the back. And the frequency, I would just keep the frequency right in the middle. The music is going to provide the different frequencies. The amplifier, I just have on here with a piece of Velcro, just so it doesn't move. So you can turn up or down the volume. Remember, coming in from the stereo, going into the amplifier, and then coming out to the headphones. I just put it right here, and it stays nice and snug and attached. This particular stereo has a great remote control. You won't really use it once it's set up and it's connected to your iPad or wherever you're Bluetoothing the music in from. Which brings me to the last piece of the puzzle. Where do you get the music and the different frequencies to play into the chair? I would recommend the InHarmony chair. They sell a table, but they also have an app. The app is only $7.99 per month. It's very reasonable and has over 200 different frequencies and different variations of the music to play. So I'm a big fan of the InHarmony app. When you start the app, you just pick which program you want to use. There are hundreds of programs in this app. Hundreds of programs. Like, it goes on and on and on. Let's just say we wanted to pick a 40 hertz program from memory. We tap on the 40 hertz program. It comes up. And then we just start the program just by pressing the play. So at this point, I can just sit in the chair. This chair is not electric. It's got like a brake, like a bicycle brake. It's very simple. There's less parts that can go wrong on the 420. I'll put my headphones on. I'll adjust the volume. I can make sure that the blue light is lit so the vibration starts on the remote. I can increase or decrease the vibration to where it's comfortable. Then I pull back just slightly up on this brake and I lean back and I can go all the way into zero gravity. There's a pillow that comes with this chair that you just put wherever it's comfortable. When the program is done, all you do is pull up on the brake, sit back up, and that's it. At any time, if you don't feel comfortable with the vibration, you just press the power button and that stops. Take my headphones off after the program is done, and that's it. It's really that simple to make this chair. I hope I didn't make it seem like it was hard, but I'm going to show the parts list one more time. I'm going to show the schematics one more time, but it literally took me about an hour to put this together once I had all the parts. I was missing a part that I had to go get from Best Buy. You'll see on the list. But besides that little hiccup, it went together really simply. If you have any questions, you can leave a question or a comment below this video. But I hope that you can create your own vibroacoustic therapy chair or table. You can do the same setup on the bottom of a massage table for much, much less than $2,000 instead of spending $6,500 to $100,000 on it. So let me show you the parts list one more time. The iPad kiosk stand. Let me show you that. So this is from Amazon, this iPad kiosk stand. It was less than $100. It holds the iPad securely. It can't move, right? It can't fall over. And this is going Bluetooth into our stereo. All right, so iPad kiosk stand, iPad, the headphones you saw, Human Touch PC 420. Try to find it on Facebook Marketplace for, I'd say, $500 or less for a good one. 4 bass shakers, or tactile transducers they're called. 4 Dayton BST1s. Dayton BSA200 amplifier. The Sony SRT DH190 receiver. A hi-fi headphone amplifier. Then from Best Buy, I bought a 12-foot audio extension kit with 3.5 millimeter and 1.4 adapters because my headphones are Bose and they have a special adapter, so I needed to get this kit. Your headphones might not need it. RCA to female 3.5 cord. RCA to bare wire, right and left. I showed you where those go. Speaker wire, I'd suggest 50 foot of 16 gauge or better. And then the Velcro fastening cable straps. Here's the schematics coming out of the amp. Negative and positive. To the negative and positive side, the red and black side of the bass shaker. Continue it with another piece of 16 gauge cord to the second bass shaker. These go on the top. On the other side, same process, but these go into the bottom of the chair. All right. Well, now I hope you have a better idea of how to build a vibroacoustic therapy chair. They're great for relaxation. There's research now coming out of Toronto saying that it's helping people with memory issues, with Alzheimer's. Check out all the research for yourself. There's literally hundreds and hundreds of research papers showing the benefits of vibroacoustic therapy for people's health. So I'll leave that to you. Again, leave a message below, press like so other people can find this video, and I'll be glad to answer any questions I have. Take care and enjoy your inexpensive, well, relatively inexpensive, vibroacoustic therapy chair.